Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've worked thousands of cases. I've been in private tax defense for 41 years. So you get both sides. You get the defense side and the insider stuff that I know about IRS. You're usually not going to get that on YouTube. I want to give you a couple tax tips if you're going to IRS Appeals to go ahead and win your audit case. What happens is many people get audited by IRS and they find themselves staring down at an assessment that they certainly can't go ahead and pay or face. They don't know if it's right or wrong, and next thing they know is they have a chance to go to IRS Appeals. And should they, shouldn't they, what should they do? Well, anytime you have a chance to go to IRS Appeals, you should. Usually that person wants to settle the case before it goes to tax court, so it's a good idea to go to IRS Appeals. However, you have to have something to go in there with. You can't just say, here I am, I don't know why I'm here, but I think it's a good idea to come here. Can you do anything for me? And the answer is they're not going to do anything with you in that sense, because they're going to look and rely on the IRS's auditor report as being their gospel. So what you have to do is you have to peck away and start chipping away at that IRS's that audit report and saying, hey, there's some stuff on here I disagree with. I have some information to offset that. I have some reconstructive work to show you, well, that's not the case. They looked at it. They have to have solid information to overturn that, but that's easy to get. So you have your IRS agent report here. Sometimes they're stiff and firm, and sometimes a different set of eyes may say, well, I understand your point. So reconstruction is important. So if you don't have records, if you can go ahead and reconstruct your records. What does that mean? I use this example all the time. If you're a painter, for instance, and the IRS disallowed your expenses and says, no, we're not giving you any expenses. Well, the painter knows that's ridiculous. He says, hey, I painted 15 houses. This is what you can do. Here's the addresses. Here's the size of the houses. Here's the affidavit from the person that I painted the house. Here's how many coats. You can go in and get a bunch of receipts from the vendor that you bought supplies there. So when you go into appeals, have something in your hand. You can have information that refutes what the auditor came up with. You certainly want to do that. And if you can do reconstructive work to come up with the scenario that, well, yes, I had 15 jobs. Here's the addresses. I had to have this many expenses. A lot of times the auditor, if they're new at the first IRS level, they're not going to give you that stuff because they're trying to impress their manager. But many times when you go to appeals, you have someone seasoned. Plus, they don't want your case to go to tax court, and they want to end it right there. If your case needs to go to the IRS Appeals Division, let us know. We have a bunch of former agents. We know exactly what we're doing if you have to go to an appeal. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your time. Give me a subscription. I always tell you two things. What is the best example for tax defense, and I give you insider information from IRS when I can. Thank you for listening. Again, thank you for the subscription today.